Good afternoon, friends. I'm here with the most anticipated Spyderco after the Stretch 2 XL. At least for me it is. Oh my goodness, what a beauty. I know that it looks sexier in Eric Lesser's hands than it does on mine. But it's what I have. He's the owner, he sells them, I review them and I use them. Alright, so Spyderco Enuff 2. I want to touch on the sheath really quick before I move on to the knife, guys. Check out the sheath system. It's like everything that you're not supposed to do if you go swimming into barracuda infested waters. Oh my goodness, so much silver in here. Look at this. Why are the rivets so shiny? Use black, please. Keep them black. I mean, it's doable, right? So the sheath is it's interesting and funny at the same time. I used to have the Enuff, the original Enuff, which had a similar sheath that ended about here because the blade was just under 3 inches. But that sheath has serious retention issues. The knife would shake out and rattle a lot. So what they did here is that they overdid it basically. So they obviously heard the problem from users and they gave us now an extremely high retention. I mean, the snap there, at first I thought I had a defective sheath just because of the sheer force that you have to exert to get it in. Once it's in there, absolutely secure. It rattles on this movement, but not side to side, okay? Now they added this leather strap that's secured via the screw here. It's completely unnecessary, guys. I mean, by itself like this, you can go mountain biking on an advanced rocky trail and this is not gonna fall out. I mean, let me hold the strap. It rattles, like I said, in this direction, but this is completely secure there, completely secure. But in case you want the peace of mind, you can attach the leather strap that it will stretch a little bit over time and make it easier. Right now it's kind of a pain to put in there. So I'll remove this strap. I don't need it for my uses. The clip, the Spyderco G clip is absolutely genius. However, I'm beginning to think that it should be narrower. You know, we don't have such thick belts, right? So maybe they're thinking of the fabric of a pant over the belt and the pant, that it's too thick. Since we're going for flatness here, might as well just give us a flatter G-clip, so some feedback there. But the sheath, aside from the shininess and the extra leather strap, which is good to have, I guess, if you're interested, it's great. No more comments there. So Enuff 2, look at this. So the blade is about 3.92, the weight is 3.31, the blade alone. So you're getting almost 4 inches of VG10, full tank, good handle, super comfy handle, slim though. At 3.31 ounces. The sheath itself is about 2.66. Total carry weight, if I do the math right, is about 5.76 ounces. So great lightweight option to keep on your person into outdoor activities. I'm not going to cover any tactical usage of my reviews, but definitely I see a case that can be made there just because of how comfy, compact, and lightweight it is, and at the same time capable. All right, so let's discuss the actual blade shape. So this is your typical Spyderco leaf blade, right? They kept it thin at 3 millimeters. That's most of their folders come in at that thickness, and the tip thins out quite a lot. Amazing distal taper, so you're removing material in this direction and in this direction, giving you an amazing penetrating capability and slicing capability. Okay, love the blade shape. Would I prefer to have a thicker blade here in this case? Not necessarily. I would. I think it's fine for what it is. My outdoor blades, especially my hiking blades, I do occasionally split very small kindling pieces with them, so I would prefer a little bit thicker blade here, maybe 3.5, 4 millimeters. But for everything else, guys, for food prep, kitchen duties, this is super slicey, and it keeps it light. No idea what the 156V means there. Maybe one of you guys can chime in. The now famous Sal Lesser signature mark there, made in Sakai City, Japan. All right, so jimping is super aggressive. I mean, but it's aggressive in a good way. I mean, you're definitely locked in there. The handle is absolutely fantastic. fantastic. They are keeping a compact handle on a longish looking blade, right? So the handle appears shorter than the blade, but it gives you good comfort. I mean, my hands are large, but the shape of the handle resembles that of a Stretch, the Stretch 2, that FRN model. It feels just like this, although this one is actually taller, so you get more comfort. There is some flaring in the right spaces, right here in the guard, in the butt end, and also down the middle. So unless you have your thumb here, so this Saber grip is comfy, but it's not like your typical round comfy handle that you would get in some of the bushcraft knives. I love the sloping down nature, the drop point that you get with this design. I really do. And the way that it interfaces with your hand position on the jim pin, locked up at the back here. I mean, instant classic, guys, instant classic. The moment I saw it, I knew I had to have it. So how does it compare to some other Spyderco fixed blades? Let's take a look at the junction, or much more elegant approach to a handle, right? We've got polished G10. They're going from compactness and flatness as well, right? Perhaps even thinner than 3mm, okay? But the feel is not the same. While compact for the flatness, there's absolutely not the same level of traction, okay? It's not there. Street beat, beautiful, beautiful classic design. You get a similar intention with the handle contouring. Then we have the much bigger Bradley Bowie, which is a different class, not just aesthetically, but also in the handle construction. I mean, while relatively flat for a survival / outdoor, larger knife, definitely thicker than the Enuff, much thicker, right? So the handle ergonomics, are elevated a notch on this design, okay? But look at the size differences and the lightweight. I mean, this is over 6-7 ounces. This is just 3.3 ounces. Does it strike a ferro rod? Let's take a look. Yes, it does. How about some woodworking? Let's test the comfort and the edge. Oh. This is your typical Spyderco out of the box sharpness, guys. Wow. Almost never disappoint. Cutting with a tip. Cutting with the hilt. Much more power. Thumb in the jim pin. I mean, these are powerful cuts, and I feel great. Jim pin begins to dig in a little bit more than I would like to see long term, but this is not a long-term cutting tool. This is more of a compact backup option for various tasks, not necessarily meant to excel at woodworking, but it can do it in a pinch. I wanted to also touch on the balance of the design because it feels so light for the size at 3.31 ounces. Why? Number one, they kept it thin, but also on the handle. I'll show you on the picture that I took. It's heavily skeletonized. They have 2 big gashes. Talk about lightweight backpacking, ultralight backpacking. Not many better choices that I can think of. Yes, once they come out with a K390, oh my goodness. So, cool story as to why I have this girly juvenile ring on my hand. Well, I was doing a bike race and the course took us nearby a shooting range. So I hear the gunshots, the rounds going out, and I'm about to cross the area. I speed up because I've had some bad experiences in the past. Sure enough, I felt this bullet that just whistled past in front of my face, guys. I mean, I couldn't tell how far, but it wasn't more than a few inches, perhaps less than that. So obviously it scared the crap out of me, and I accelerated as fast as I could to get out of there. So then my daughter had given me this ring before the race to wish me good luck, and I considered that a lucky day, so it's been on ever since.